Hi, it's Rob Patterson, President and CEO of Alterna Savings, and I'm joining you this year virtually. Normally, we would be having our annual golf tournament to support Candlelighters, but this year we've had to go a little differently. Cancer, unfortunately, doesn't sleep during COVID, and so we still have had to do our fundraising to try and support Candlelighters and the valuable work they do, helping families deal with childhood cancer. One of the things that we were really impressed with when we went out to our sponsors for the tournament and talked to them about committing to the virtual session we're doing today, there was absolutely no hesitation. And it's amazing to see the support that everyone's done, given everything that's going on with all of our sponsors' lives on a personal level and on a business level. And so I'm excited to introduce you to one of our sponsors here today, Susan Rosen from Gowling. So Susan, welcome. Thank you so much. And, maybe open up with talking a little bit about how you and your firm have been dealing with COVID.
Great question, and thank you very much, and thank you for allowing us to be a sponsor. And your comment at the beginning is right. It's a really tough time for charities in particular during COVID, and everybody's spending dollars have been reduced significantly, including ours, and yet we have to find a way to make sure that we have enough and we can find those dollars to put towards the important charities such as Candlelighters. And so it's fun to golf, but quite frankly, I'd rather that each and every dollar go to the charity, and golfing will be next year. But in terms of what our firm's doing during COVID is, of course, our first and foremost focus is on our staff and on our clients, and making sure that our staff are safe, and also that we're communicating with our staff consistently and regularly, and supporting them to the extent in every way we can, because our staff is the success of Gowling. Gowling WLG is about our people, and making sure that everybody is home, is safe. To the extent that they feel they can't come into the office, then we make accommodation for that. And to the extent that they feel that they want to be at home and they're not comfortable yet, then we want to make sure that that's where they are, and they're remaining safe. And for our clients, we are here, and we're here. Some of us at the office, some of us at home, some of us, cyberspace, but Zoom and Teams and all the various technical different types of apps and ways in which we can now communicate seems to now be the way we talk to each other. So that's what we're doing during COVID.
That's fantastic. And for those that haven't, come across Gowlings, can you give kind of a brief overview to everyone about the firm and your focus?
Well, Gowlings, depending on the day, is either the largest or the second largest law firm in Canada. We have offices right across the country. We have 8 offices in Canada, and we're actually an international firm. We have, I think, 19 offices now around the world. But we're actually the only Canadian-led international firm. And while we are a large firm, there's no question, we actually are very much focused on our small and medium-sized clients as much as large clients. And that's a bit of a unique place that we hold as a large firm. We have a very, very strong credit union client team and division, and that we've had that now for over 25 years. Probably one of the few firms that's had a credit union division for that long, and it's a really important aspect of our firm, and particularly for credit unions, large and small. So to the extent that we have smaller credit unions who have a question about any area of law, and as I said, as a large firm, we literally practice every area of law right across the country. We can always find the right person at the right price with the right expertise to give that simple answer, or maybe a complex answer, without having to have a whole in-house legal team. And conversely, for our larger credit union clients and other clients, we have the ability of providing them more sophisticated advice, including regulatory advice. So we are definitely a one-stop shop, but I think we're unique to other law firms, I would suggest, that because we're a bit more nimble. And we focus a lot, especially during COVID. We've been focusing on our credit union clients particularly, and we've done webinars on lending and enforcement, and we've been asked by a number of credit unions to help them with their documentation in connection with the deferment plans, with the various government support and relief plans, and then also as those plans roll out, not simply from the government to the credit unions, but from the credit unions to their members. We're just trying to, provide support as we can to hope and help, our clients and their members through this difficult time.
No, it's fantastic. And I know we've had a relationship with you for many years, and, you've supported the Candlelighters charity run we do every year, with the tournament for several years as well. How does Candlelighters fit into the kind of, mission, vision, values, of your firm?
That's a really important and interesting question, and I've given it a lot of thought. And you and the people who are listening and viewing may not realize this, but Gowling's has for many, many years, and I know we're Gowling WLG, I'm using our old name Gowling's, but we've actually, in addition to all the money we make sure that we donate to Candlelighters and other charities, we actually have a separate fund where we use for pro bono support work. And so Candlelighters is an example of so important. The children with cancer, and if you look at the type of services and work Candlelighters does, is a big part of it is supporting the families, supporting education, support, and I have had personal experience with having lost a brother at the age of 13. So I know what it's like for a family to lose a young person, and how that affects the family, the difficulties of trying to find support, health support, financial support, etc. And so I and many of us at Gowling's appreciate the kind of work the Candlelighters does, in the holistic type of work that they're doing, and that's why the dollars are so important. It's so important, even in this time of COVID, when all of our budgets have been, cut, and understandably so, because our focus is on our employees and keeping our staff and doing what we can to get through this time. We still have to find those dollars to make sure that we can give it to the important charities that need them so desperately.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that. And look, thank you to you and all your other partners and employees at Gowling's for supporting us. I know Jocelyn, who heads up Candlelighters, will be sending her thank yous on. It means a lot, especially during COVID and with the economic challenges. We really appreciate the ongoing partnership, and thanks so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for the opportunity.